Welcome. In this video, you will see how to build an interactive dashboard, just like the one you see here, in under 10 minutes. We start from Logi Studio, opened in a Logi application where we can edit our definition files to start creating elements to build an interactive visual dashboard. We pick our elements such as dashboards or any of the various charts that we want to work with, and we can even launch into elements directly from wizards. So to add our dashboard today, I'm going to run our dashboard wizard and choose any number of dashboard columns as well as any number of dashboard panels. I'm going to build 4 dashboard panels in today's video, so we'll choose 4, and we can also add interactive features such as dashboard tabs if we choose to do so. The result of our wizard, we create a dashboard element with the appropriate number of dashboard panels and space for all of the various panel content that we're going to ultimately create with our data. Our first panel will consist of a chart visualization, so we're going to go ahead and add a chart by running the chart wizard, and we'll select to add a bar chart. This bar chart can point to any type of data source, so we can see from our data layer we can choose to point to a database, or we can work with other types of data such as files or web services. And when we select our data source, we can launch into other tools such as a query builder to pick and design our data source queries and other ways to connect with and work with our data in our charts. So we'll select objects as well as columns, and then we can navigate through the rest of our wizard to choose our labels. I'll choose order date. We can choose how that data is going to be grouped, let's say month, and we can also choose our data values for the y-axis of our chart. I'll choose quantity, and if we choose to do so, we can add additional, more advanced features such as data forecasting to add to our chart and populate how that forecast will behave. And lastly, we'll add a chart resize feature to provide end users with some flexibility to change the size of the chart in their dashboard. So the results of that, we've now built our dashboard element as well as filled in content of one of our panels with a chart data visualization. We can remove our placeholder, and if we want, we can preview that chart inside the dashboard directly from within the Studio window in the Preview tab. You can see it built our time series chart with a nice data forecast advanced feature tacked on. Our second panel will also be a data visualization in the form of a chart, and once again we'll run our chart wizard. We'll select this time a pie chart to build our visualization, and we can run through our wizard steps, connect to our data sources. We can launch into, once again, our query design wizards, and we can drag and drop our columns and objects that we want to work with. So in this case, instead of time series data, we're going to look at product data. So we'll grab our categories, products, and details, and we'll be able to select any number of additional columns to work with for our data set with our category data. When we select OK, we can navigate through the rest of our wizard to populate our pie labels, category name, our data values. In this case, we'll use quantity, and we can also add more advanced features if we want, such as relevance. I'm going to disable that for now, and we'll go ahead and also add that chart resize feature set. Once again, we've added our new element, the pie chart. We can remove our placeholder, and we can preview our dashboard with our 2 charts, our time series data visualization with forecasting and our pie chart that's analyzing our categories and quantities. Our third panel that we're going to go ahead and create is one additional data visualization type. We're going to go ahead and use this time the heat map visualization, and the heat map will be great for analyzing multiple metrics. So we'll build data against, once again, our database. We'll launch into our query designer, and we'll drag in the appropriate columns that we need. In this case, we can select, once again, various columns, various metrics to work with, and we can navigate through our data. So for our heat map labels, we'll choose to populate that with our country field. With our size column for the heat map, we'll choose to populate with the quantity metric, and with a color field, we'll populate that with our price metric. And if we want, we can also add that resize feature into the dashboard. So just like that, we've now added our third dashboard panel. Once again, remove our dashboard placeholder, and we can preview our 3-panel dashboard, this time with our time series chart, our pie chart, and our visual heat map. analyzing countries and our two variables of quantity and price. For our fourth panel, we'll create one additional visualization type. This time, instead of using a chart wizard, we're going to go ahead and work with our crosstab table wizard. The crosstab table lets us once again connect to any type of data source that we wish. We can point that once again to our database. We're going to go ahead and bring in employees data this time. We'll connect it to orders and details. We'll choose the employee information, maybe some date values, and once again we'll use quantity as our metric. And this time we can select what data we want to crosstab or pivot our data. We'll pivot on our order date. We can choose how that grouping is going to behave. Let's choose quarter, for example, and our labels can be our employee name, and our values can be the quantity, and lastly we'll choose our aggregation. We'll summarize those values in our crosstab. If we choose, we can also add features like pagination to the table, and we can finish to complete adding that last element, removing the placeholder. A few additional steps to attach to our crosstab. We're going to adjust the width slightly so that it consumes 100% of our dashboard panel. And we're also going to add one additional element, which is our visualization into the crosstab, called crosstab comparison, where I can compare my columns and use different styles of comparison, such as a color spectrum, to visualize how the data is changing over time in this case. So with our fourth panel complete, we can once again preview our dashboard directly inside the Studio Preview, or even better, we can run that outside in a regular browser window and look at all of our new visualizations, the bar chart, the pie chart, our heat map, and our crosstab table visualization. Now, to wrap up our demonstration of building a dashboard, one last thing we're going to add are some custom interactions into the dashboard to support features like drill through into detailed data, as well as drill through into other applications. So my first drill through I'm going to add is to my pie chart. I'm simply going to add our drill through element, and we can attach a title to that. Drill caption, we'll say drill down from dashboard. Here we can add in features for exporting into that drill through. We can also add additional actions. So my next drill action will be from our heat map. I'm going to actually attach an action called a link action. That link action can target outside applications as well. So we're going to go ahead and point it at a nice Google search application. In this case, that search is going to use the data from our heat map. In fact, we can launch it in a new window. We're going to use that data, pass it as a parameter to populate how the values are going to be searched in Google. So we'll go ahead and we'll add that visualization action. So now we've got our dashboard with our interactions turned on, so I can drill down into details from my pie. Let's drill into beverages so we can see the detail report. If we want, we can export that to a variety of formats. And back in our dashboard, we can also drill from our heat map. Let's click on Brazil, and we can drill that into our Google search interaction as well. So just like that, we've now added our 4 visualization types and our dashboard interactions. If we want, at this stage, we could even add a different theme to our dashboard. I'm going to pick from one of our shipped themes called Black Pearl. This theme, when I turn that on, you can see how different look and feel wise the dashboard behaves. All the colors change, and even some of the data in comparison, such as our heat map, changes. And just by adding that custom theme, we see the differences there. Now let's build a mobile version of our interactive dashboard. We do that by jumping back into Logi Studio and creating a new definition under Mobile Reports. We give that a name, and with a few clicks we can add our mobile dashboard element, and we can connect that mobile dashboard to our previously created interactive dashboard display. We'll assign a custom style or theme, and then we can preview our mobile view directly from the Studio window as well with our embedded mobile simulator. And as you can see, it's automatically sizing our dashboard display to fit the mobile resolution. To change or customize your mobile resolution, visit the menu in Studio here, where you can even add your own custom mobile modules for preview purposes as well. And for additional themes and dashboard concepts, certainly encourage those of you to check out our visual gallery available from our website, where you'll be able to look at various dashboard layouts, dashboard styles, and other types of visualization content and types directly from the web, and even look through those samples and examples at your leisure. This concludes our How to Build an Interactive Dashboard in Under 10 Minutes video.